Off in a positive manner by using this weekend to go camping.
Absolutely, but maybe you've never gone before or haven't done it for quite some time. We're going to give you a little tips and tricks and hints of what to do as we go to Michelle Brown, who's over at Jester Park. What's happening?
Hello, we're back with Heidi Anderson from Polk County Conservation. She's been sharing all kinds of great tips and things that we need to know if we want to go out and go camping for the 4th or this upcoming weekend. And we were just starting to touch on some of the fun activities that we can do while we are out camping.
Absolutely.
Because, like you said, it's that time when you really can relax, the distractions are a lot less, and it gives you the opportunity to recharge in some fun ways. So you had mentioned you have this geocaching. I didn't know that's still a thing. Everybody's talk a little bit about that. I haven't done this.
So geocaching is a high-tech scavenger hunt where basically people hide containers like this. This is just an example of one, and they hide it in public places. So maybe underneath a log or a hole in a tree or someplace like that. And they mark the location of where the geocache is hidden using GPS. And then they post the information online on a website, geocaching.com. And there are geocaches hidden everywhere. They are all over the place. And so
they dig them like into the ground, or are they just like hidden in the woods
somewhere?
They're
just, wooded areas. This is a fairly large one, but some are fairly small. I'm talking like this small that are magnetic, and they're could be hidden on the back of metal signs or things like that. So that it's a challenge depending on what kind of container it is. But no, you shouldn't dig them. But there's always a logbook or a piece of paper inside that you sign. And then there could be trinkets, cheap things that you might want to trade. So nothing of value is hidden inside of them. And
just for fun.
It's just for fun. So it's really a great activity to get you out exploring areas you might not go to otherwise. So when you're camping, look on the website to see if there's any geocaches hidden near the campsite. And there's actually not one far from where we are in this area of Jester Park. But the way you can find them, you can download a geocaching app. So you can just use your phone, and it has a compass, and so it'll tell you how close you are to where the geocache is. And then you just have to start looking around. Before we were really using our smartphones all the time, we were using GPS units. And the GPS unit works the same way. It leads you to where it's hidden. So it's always an adventure.
Oh, that's a fun way to explore.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, they're hidden everywhere, even in your neighborhood. Even when you're not camping, you can find them in your neighborhoods. So, but usually they're public places. And so, to find out more about it, I would tell people to check out geocaching.com.
So perfect. And then I noticed you brought a bug net. Talk a little bit about, because I also like to, when I go, bring a nature press, and it's just a great time when you are exploring to collect some different things. And I know there's some rules that we have to keep in mind when we're out at the public parks of what we can catch or what we can collect. So talk a little bit about that.
So who doesn't like catching bugs? I mean, kids love it. They're always...
So we always bring a little something to store it in for a little while so we can look at it.
So they're always curious, and you know, using a net is a great way to help you catch some. You certainly don't need a net to go look for insects, but you know, this is meant for sweeping kind of through taller grasses. So any insects that might be in the grass can get swept in there, and then you can kind of peek and take a look. And so...
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about it. You think you have to see some and then go out and catch them, but
but it's a great way just to observe, and then if you can carefully, you can just pull it out, and if you have a little bug container, you can put it in there, or just let it go. So so anyhow, I would tell people if you're out doing that, the only thing you really have to be aware of are stinging insects, maybe bees or wasps, and really they're not going to hurt you unless you're like squishing bothering them or something like that, or if you're near a nest or hive or something like that. But otherwise, I mean, they're really fairly harmless if they're out feeding on flowers and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
for kids to get a close-up.
Absolutely.
What about plant materials?
Plant materials.
I like to pick up leaves, and so you need to pick up the ones that are already fallen, or you're not supposed to do that. Talk about that.
So park rules state you can harvest berries, or nuts or funguses from our park, as long as you're not going to sell that material. So, you know, in the springtime, a lot of people come out to our parks to go morel hunting. and that's fine as long as you're not selling the morels that you collect. So
I would think I'd come to a public park. Those are off limits. I got to leave them here. I didn't know that. That's good
and right now, just heads up, everyone. Now is a great time to be harvesting black wild raspberries. Black raspberries are my fave, and they're ripe right now. So yes, if you're out hiking, see some, feel free to snack on them.
Know what you're picking, though.
Absolutely. You should always know
what about things that maybe we want to preserve or save? Different leaves, different flowers.
Right. So technically, flowers are protected. So shouldn't be picking any flowers if you're out exploring. If you want to collect fallen leaves for a leaf collection or something like that, absolutely. You know, that's fine. There's no rules against that. But in general, we don't want you digging up plants or, you know, harvesting, pulling off flowers and that type of thing.
Taking a few things to plant in your yard at home, don't do that.
Yeah. Yes, don't do that.
And I like to bring some art supplies. You can, you know, it's fun to just kind of maybe sketch or, you know, paint some of the things that are near your campsite. A pair of binoculars. The kids love to, you know, look up into the trees. If we see hear birds, we can kind of get a close-up look at them. And then it's fun to have some sort of some books and things that you can help with identifying, so we can learn about, because you know, we could do that at home, but there's usually lots going on there and you don't take the time. But when you're camping, you're a little more, it's that downtime where you can take the time to learn about some of the plants and the birds in the area. So I always try to bring some books for identifying and maybe some game ideas or
Yes, field guides are wonderful, because most people don't know the difference between different kinds of birds or trees or whatnot. So those are always really handy.
Well, you have been a wealth of information, and I want to just stay and camp for the
It's beautiful out today.
Weekend. It is. It's a beautiful day, and like she had mentioned, some of the campgrounds do have some closures and things that you need to be aware of due to the flooding. Jester Park has a few that are underwater, but they also have a lot of sites that are still available. And talk again about the website, the My County.
Yes. So check out mycountyparks.com if you're interested in reserving a campsite for this coming week. And if one park's full, just search another, because there's a whole bunch of parks throughout the state of Iowa that have campgrounds.
And the Polk County Conservation is a great resource as well. You can go to leadingyououtdoors.org. Get a hold of Heidi personally. She'll answer all your camping questions. Thank you so much.
You're
this
welcome.
is so great. I hope everybody gets out. It's going to be beautiful these next few days, so get out, enjoy it. If you can't make it to one of the parks, you have some events. So if they don't want to camp, you can go out and catch a couple of the events that we have listed at weareiowa.com and to get a feel for the parks. But great information. Get out, enjoy the outdoors, camp, even if it's in your own backyard. Thank you, Heidi.
You're welcome.
Send it back to you
welcome.
and Jackie.
A lot of people enjoying that too, and I like what Michelle